Dan Willis here, and we're talking about Windham professionals and specifically how to pay off Windham collections. Now first, you should only enter into negotiations after your account has been validated and you've investigated the statute of limitations. We discussed that here in an earlier video. In case you missed that, we'll include a link in the description below. Assuming your account is valid and within the statute of limitations, our next step is to negotiate a settlement agreement directly with Windham professionals. And there's two parts to your agreement, and it's best to get your agreement in writing. First, always negotiate to settle your debt for much less than the total balance. Generally, you'll be able to settle your debt for as little as 15% up to about 45% of the balance. For example, with a $2,000 debt, you may be able to settle that and pay just 25% or $500. This is standard operating procedure, and we should add a little asterisk. In case you're dealing with defaulted student loans, and depending upon the type of debt, you may need to settle for a little bit more than 45%. It just depends upon the specific circumstances. With every other type of debt, you're within that range, but generally in that ballpark regardless, and you can always negotiate to settle it for less no matter what, even if it's just a little bit. But the second part of your agreement is mission critical. You must get Windham professionals to agree that in exchange for your payment, they'll stop reporting your account information to all three of the credit bureaus. If we neglect this or overlook this part of our agreement, we're going to get stuck with that paid collection, which we shared in the earlier video is virtually guaranteed to lower your credit score. And Anthony Sprov said as much as 100 points, which is massive. And if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit consultation by calling toll-free 1-877-418-7596. Now we need to take a moment and dispel this idea of a pay-for-delete model. You see this all over the internet and it sounds wonderful. If you're not familiar, this is where we demand Windham professionals first delete the item from our credit reports and then we'll make payment. You're welcome to try this approach, but it's a wishful thinking. It's about as practical and applicable as a lot of the theories that a lot of these college professors spew as gospel day in and day out. It's just, it sounds terrific. You're welcome to try it, but we would not, don't hold your breath. It's much more pragmatic, and they will agree to stop reporting your account information to all three of the credit bureaus. That's something that can be done and should be done, because that, we're going to share here how to remove your collection, but you'll soon see why that's so essential to getting this item off of your credit report. Now, to actually remove this collection from your credit report, we're going to have to exercise more of your consumer rights, and specifically this time, those granted under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA, passed way back in 1970. This federal legislation enables us to dispute and challenge any item on our credit reports so long as we believe it's inaccurate, misleading, or made in error. And we're going to dispute this Windham collection item. There's three ways to do this. And assuming it's on all three of your credit reports, you're going to have to file three separate disputes, one with each of the major credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. The three ways you can dispute your credit report: you can do it online, over the phone, or by mail. Once the credit bureaus get your dispute, they first get to deem it valid or frivolous, which is a whole other conversation for a whole other time and place, so make sure to subscribe and join our congregation. But if they find it frivolous, they'll contact you and request more information. If they find it valid, and it'll take a little bit of work to get it to be deemed valid in most cases, but once they find it valid, the Fair Credit Reporting Act requires the credit bureaus to investigate the item, during which they're going to contact Windham professionals and they're going to ask them for verification of your account information. As per your settlement with Windham professionals, they're not going to verify your account during the credit bureau's investigation. As such, and in compliance with the Fair Credit Reporting Act, this means the credit bureaus must remove that collection from your credit report because it's not verifiable. This is how to legally clean up credit report dings, blemishes, and negative items by exercising your rights as a consumer. If you'd like some help, you can get a free credit consultation by calling toll-free 1-877-418-7596. Now, to wrap this up, This can be incredibly scary, frightening, and intimidating dealing with these debt collectors. And the truth is, they couldn't give less of a flip about you, your credit score, or your financial future. That's the God's honest truth. Many of them work on a commission consignment basis where their only concern is squeezing that money out of people. And at the end of the day, your credit score is a lot like your grade point average in glory school days past. It doesn't matter if you're acing all your courses if you're failing gym class, because that's going to obliterate your overall GPA. This principle also applies and is even more true of your credit score. FICO openly acknowledges and recognizes and shares this. For this reason and many others, we encourage our members to consider professional, legal, and legitimate credit repair firms to help with this, because in 2016 alone, over 9 million negative items were removed from consumer credit reports. One of the best firms is the Credit Pros. They've helped their clients remove collections, late payments, judgments, charge-offs, liens, repossessions, foreclosures, even bankruptcy marks. If you'd like some help, you can get a free credit consultation by calling toll-free 1-877-418-7596. Again, that's for a free credit consultation, and the toll-free phone number is 1-877-418-7596. This is Stan Willis. We're going to include a link in the description below over to an article on our website for the full story. We also have a free report available there, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. And of course, subscribe and join our congregation. Have a fantastic day, and looking forward to talking to you again here soon.